Hey everybody, it's time for another rant as a real life superhero. And this time, I'm Randy going, I'm Randy going high school and WWE wrestling. Wrestling. Wrestling, which I consider two of the worst forms of wrestling. However only briefly talk about actual high school and WWE wrestling in the larger webcam portion, which will be in the description box below. In this video, I mostly talk about an incident that happened during my time as an amateur wrestler in high school. That pissed me off, that still pisses me off, and angers me today, and is sort of one of the inspirations for the for the for the angry, controversial Douglas Blair Roberts YouTube personality, social media personality, troll, and actor-based persona I've been portraying for a decade. I've been portraying for 4 years now, since mid 2018, since mid 2018, 4.5 years now, since mid 2018. This summer will be 5 that I've been portraying this character. I mostly talk about that and go over my whole amateur wrestling career, high school amateur wrestling career, from late 2004 freshman year to early 2008 senior year. So yeah, and once again, just like the rant on Willie D, this is another boxing sports combat rock and roll real life superhero review. I wear that costume, and once again, I make my entrance and exit with Kurt Angle's theme. So yeah, but I do briefly mention one of the biggest issues I have with high school in WWE wrestling, and that is, this is in all sports, but I especially have a problem with it in wrestling, and that's hazing and bullying. Yes, I'm in a violent contact sport. I participate in a violent contact sport like amateur wrestling, and I watch and want to participate in another violent full contact sport like professional wrestling, and I'm complaining about hazing and bullying. The issue I have, and I'll rant more about this in another video, but the issue I have is that the problem I have with hazing and bullying in wrestling especially is that when it comes to amateur wrestling, especially high school wrestling, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. You're all training and doing the same moves. You're not tougher or you're not tougher. You may be stronger and more athletic, but you're not tougher. You're not any tougher or manlier than the guy you're wrestling, and then you're the guys grappling in singlets, underwear, walking around, pretending you're tough guys, pretending you're tough guys, and pretending you're tough guys, and it's just annoying. Then I'm sick of the then it's even worser in WWE style of wrestling, because firstly, this is fake, and pro wrestling is about storytelling and selling tickets. It's not boot camp, the army, and UFC and boxing, like the old heads like to treat professional professional wrestling. Those things I just saw. That's what I want to see in the ring. But one thing I'm sick of is these wrestlers pretending to shoot on each other. That's the shoot means to actually legitimately try to fight and hurt each other. Try to fight each other in what is supposed to be a fake match, and they think they're tough. And by the way, the bullies do this to wrestlers who can't or won't fight back. But as soon as they step in the ring with a superior wrestler, athlete, or a fighter, and they try that, they either back down like pussies, or they get their butts handed to them and go and cry about it later. And I'm just really getting sick of that. And I'm just sick of these wrestlers who are never good. It's always the ones who are never good doing this. The ones who are never that good doing this. These wrestlers who are never good themselves, they thought it was their mission to make the younger guys who are working, coming up, training, they thought it was their mission. They thought it was their mission to haze, test, and bully them because they didn't think they didn't deserve in the business. When the top guys who are commencing the bullying, they weren't that good, and they didn't do much to be in the business. They didn't do much to be in the business, but I hate how they thought they would lose. They decide who was in the business. No, the talent scouts and trainers, and more importantly, the fans decide who's in the business and who's not. And that's one thing I'm getting tired of. And this right here is translated on the screen because the old heads bullying people, and then you got the other old heads who weren't bullies, but they were backstage politicians who didn't want to give up their spots. And as such, wrestling, that business has suffered because of this. But going back to amateur wrestling, yeah, high school wrestling. Now, and I'm sick of wimpy high school wrestling, which I consider the worst form. Yeah, I like the Olympic style of wrestling. I like the Olympics. That style of wrestling, Greco-Roman, which is all upper body and the most manly, and freestyle wrestling, which is like its term, freestyle is more loose. It's more loose. Those are my favorite styles of wrestling. It was the Olympians who inspired me to get into wrestling. The high school wrestling, I hate it. It's so watered down. It's so watered down for the novices and the people who weren't in shape. And one rule I can't stand is the no locking hands rule, which puts me a weakling of a wrestler, It puts me at a disadvantage. It's wrist control in high school, and if you're in a wrestling tank, or you're gonna be worried about getting the guy's wrist in real life, no, you're gonna be doing everything you can to put that guy on the ground. So I hate the crappy wrist control. Even got disqualified in a match. For that. And yeah, these other pictures you see are me. Yeah, these other pictures are me showing off some of my trophy collection, which by the way, the trophy I'm holding, that's my all-time favorite championship and award. And by the way, all of my trophies are special achieved. All my championships are special achievement trophies. The trophy you see are either special achievement. All of my medals that you see right there, all of my medals are silver and bronze medals. I'm only an actual champion with the team. Me calling myself the champion is actually part of my character, and it's part of my character and gimmick. But I'm actually only a champion with the team. And since wrestling's a combat sport, there's team and individual champions. There's team and individual champions. When it comes to individual, I was never able to win a tournament. At every tournament, I always lost to one or more people. What else? What else? Oh yeah, and I have the special achievement. I also have a bunch of crappy participation trophies, which I am not proud of, and I will be ranting about those. I don't show those because those are kind of broken, and I hate those. So yeah, yeah. And by the way, these pictures were from Facebook. These pictures were from Facebook. This was 2017 when Tom Brady and the Patriots upset the Falcons. They came back from that huge 28-3 deficit and won Super Bowl. This was when I was in. Oh, this was 2007 when I was in complete championship mode, and just like the Patriots posing with I was there posing with all my stuff. I was there posing. I was constantly that whole year posing with my Letterman jacket, with my cool Letterman jacket, which I'm also wearing, and various championships and awards. So yeah. So So yeah, going back to rating on the high school wrestling. Yeah, the high school wrestling is my least favorite style, which is called folk style. Collegiate wrestling, I don't like that either, but I watch, respect, and appreciate it much more than high school wrestling, because at least that's still a world class level. And that's unlike high school. In high school, in my opinion, that's amateur in every stretch of the word. The collegiates, and especially the Olympics, there's nothing amateur about them. They are better than the actual WWE wrestlers who are actual pro wrestlers, because even though it's fake, they wrestle and fight for money. They wrestle, fight, and act for money. So yeah, the links will be in the description box below. So yeah, let's get ready.